Okay Leute, es geht weiter mit Call of Cthulhu und im letzten Teil habe ich ja gesehen, die Zylinder, die waren ja hier im Regal, ich Idiot. Ich habe mich die ganze Zeit da, oder habe mir die ganze Zeit den Kopf da zerbrochen mit den Büchern hier. Das war ja voll doof. So, jetzt habe ich auf jeden Fall die Zylinder. Jetzt hören wir uns das mal an, das Ganze. Gucken wir mal, was die Zylinder zu sagen haben. Drakes Walze 1.
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
Was, Was soll ich jetzt nochmal?
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
Rote Juwelen in Gold und so weiter und Gral, keine Ahnung. Mach mal das nächste bitte.
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods.
Ah,
Let
Schachbrett.
those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny. I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny.
Schachbrett ist auf jeden Fall hier, aber was,
The Queen has little protection.
beinahe schutzlos. Die weiße Königin, ja, da hinten. Okay, wer beschützt die Königin? Was soll das jetzt bedeuten? Ich sehe keine Zahlen und so weiter. Oder zählt die Zahl vom Schachbrett? Die Figuren. Könnte Nummer 4 sein. Weil es hieß auf der Walze, dass die Zahl schwindet. Also die sind nur noch 4. 4 weiße. Ja, ich muss mal gucken. Und das Gold, dieser Kelch müsste das hier sein.
The Chalice of Knowledge.
Rote Juwelen. Muss ich die roten Juwelen zählen vielleicht? Hä? Ich probiere es mal. Also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ne, hier habe ich angefangen, glaube ich, oder? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. 5 rote Juwelen, wenn das stimmt. 5 rote Juwelen, 4 weiße Klötze hier und dann gucken wir mal das letzte.
Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me.
Okay.
Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
9. Band 9. Ist das jetzt die Anzahl der Bücher oder ist das die Nummer 9?
What did Drake say about this collection?
Warte mal.
Drake
Nummer
talked about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake was talking. What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume.
Das ist 8.
So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message. What did Drake say about this collection?
Wo ist denn das, wo sind die 9? I und X. Wo ist das nochmal?
Drake talked about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message. What did Drake say about this
Ich
collection?
weiß, dass die 9
Drake
hier war.
talked about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message. What did Drake say about this
Ah,
collection?
hier haben wir's. 1908. Mit Begeisterung aufgenommen. Derby war zurzeit 18 Jahre alt, aber 18 gibt's beim Safe nicht, sondern nur die 9. Also wir hätten... Na, ich guck mal. Erst haben wir das mit Kelch, gell? Das waren 5, warte mal, 5 rote Juwelen, dann haben wir 4 und dann hätten wir die 9. Nee, das passt natürlich nicht. Scheiße. Warum geht das jetzt nicht? Nochmal anhören.
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
Das waren 5 rote Juwelen.
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers.
Ah, 3.
I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny.
Die Zahl der Soldaten, die die Dame beschützen, das sind nur 3. Vielleicht stimmt das. Ich fülle mal meine Lampe auf. So. Also nochmal. 5, da müsste das 3 sein. Ah, es hat funktioniert, Leute. Geil. Hat funktioniert. Der wird bestimmt erwischt. Oder der andere kommt nochmal, diese Hawkins. Oder diese Schmugglerin oder so, keine Ahnung. Ich traue jedem irgendwas zu hier. Riverside Institut, bin schon wieder im Irrenhaus. Also der Teil war so kurz, Leute. Ich werde da natürlich noch weiterspielen. Das war jetzt echt 8 Minuten, das war wirklich zu kurz. So, komm weiter. Da bist du.
Dr. Colden, this man's condition is deteriorating.
What says Dr. Fuller? It's his patient, after all.
He's busy with Captain Fitzroy. He specifically asked us not to bother him when that's the case.
Oh, of course. I'll see what I can do. Mr. Blake, can you hear me? I'm Dr. Colden. We'll take care of you.
There's nothing we can do. I tried talking to him. He's catatonic.
Katatonisch, was bedeutet das jetzt nochmal? Den Patienten untersuchen. Bin ich die Frau Doktor? Aha.
Very well. I'll examine him.
Bin ich jetzt diese... Hä? Ich liege da rum und ich bin jetzt die Frau Doktor. Okay.
30-year-old subject. Severe hypothermia. Erythematous papules around the eyes and eardrums. Necrosed palpebral tissue. Lord, this smell.
Aha.
His skin shows abnormal loss of color and seems dried out. He's totally dehydrated. His fingertips and toes seem to feature a slight ring under the skin. tender at the touch, slightly sticky. Severe malnutrition. Swollen abdomen with traces of petechia. Doesn't seem like an edema. Slight protuberances seem to indicate the presence of a foreign body.
So, Doctor, an opinion?
I'm not sure I have the necessary knowledge to treat this man.
Don't say that. You're our most worthy doctor after Dr. Fuller.
Some of his symptoms are beyond my comprehension.
What did you find?
I see signs of hypodermoclysis, but he's still dehydrated. When was his last IV?
He's constantly under perfusion. I've even gone beyond the recommended dose to no avail. And you won't believe me, but when we bathed him earlier...
He seemed to feel better?
Yes. Like he needs an aquarium, not a perfusion. But that doesn't explain his condition.
In spite of the muscle contractions, his arms seem limp.
Yes. They can't have decalcified, not at this rate.
And yet, if there is a bone in this arm, it's softer than that of a newborn baby. What about his cranium?
It's soft at the touch. It does seem like the skull of a baby.
Look at these sticky rings growing at his fingertips. What can be happening?
I'm sure you'll find an explanation. You have to.
Sag mir nicht, dass ich mich hier mutiere zu so einem Seeungeheuer.
Did you examine his abdomen? It would seem there's something inside.
He hasn't eaten in days. Are you certain it's not an edema?
No. Can't you recognize an edema? Pushing with your finger won't leave a trace. And look at these bumps.
It's not like he could be pregnant.
Whatever it is, this man has something inside him that shouldn't be there. We should operate on him at once.
Dr. Fuller said not to worry, that the edema would go away by itself.
You know, I'm not sure Dr. Fuller is telling the truth.
Okay.
I almost don't believe it myself, but these symptoms are not those usually associated with the human species.
What do you mean? Don't tell me you believe in extraterrestrials.
No. This poor man is from our world, all right. But his body is undergoing unnatural mutations. And this transformation is killing him. His body simply can't cope.
Where could he have gotten such an infection?
I pray that it's not here.
Dr. Colden, may I know what you're doing to my patient?
What I'm doing? How about what you've done to him?
Let us calm down, my dear Marie. I don't appreciate your tone, nor your insinuations. I've done to him what I do to all my patients, provide him with the best available care.
Your imagination is without limit. It's your homemade drug again, is it not? Those people are not your guinea pigs.
There, there. What have you seen to put you in such a state?
These are alarming symptoms. If we don't act, he'll die.
Do you believe that? I'm not as convinced, you see. I even think this man has a strong chance of completely healing from his ailments.
No, Doctor. This patient isn't himself anymore. He's dying.
Really? What do you mean by isn't himself?
He's changing. His physical characteristics, they are more animal than human now.
Fascinating. An animal, you say? Could you be more precise? Cephalopod, perhaps?
This amuses you.
Your reaction does. I know your thirst for knowledge, Doctor. It's your innocent worries for this man that have you overreacting.
For this man, and the others whose medical files you've been hiding.
I have to protect my discovery. These people owe me their life, but the world isn't ready yet. It will be, in time.
I will not let you do this.
You disappoint me, Marie, but I still have hope you'll one day share my point of view. In the meantime, take care of your own patients and try not to forget who you're dealing with.
Was that a threat? What did he mean?
It was a warning. Dr. Fuller is this institution's founder and one of our profession's most influential voices. My word is of no weight against his. If I continue to protest, I will only ruin my reputation and career.
It's scandalous. Can't we do anything? Is there no evidence of his crimes?
Puh.
Oh, that evidence exists. I'm sure of it. I need to find the missing medical files.
And where would you find those? In his office? What if you get caught?
I'd rather not think about that. I'm counting on your discretion.
Of course, Doctor. You can count on me. I'll keep Mum.
Okay. Jetzt muss ich an die Akten kommen von dem Fuzzi da, von dem... Ist ja ein Deutscher, denke ich mal. Der Akzent war ja deutsch. High Security Unit. Na, jetzt kann ich mich wenigstens bewegen.
She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays.
It's temperamental, if I understand correctly.
It's so unfair.
Elizabeth? You all right? Why is this room in such a state?
Because, as always, I'm cleaning it by myself. And the water was once again shut off this morning. I had to bother Mrs. Donovan again, giving her a new excuse to belittle me.
Do you really need Mrs. Donovan to open a valve? Why not ask the janitor?
I can't make these decisions without her approval. Imagine if there were a leak. Anyhow, the boiler room is locked half the time. So every time the water gets shut off, I have to go and endure her reproach until she's settled the problem.
I see. Courage, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Doctor. Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays. What a pest. It's so
Reference Book of Medical Sciences. Okay. Habe ich da auch irgendwie? Ah, ich kann nicht als PS agieren. Okay, und die Frau Doktor hat kein Inventar. Oder so ein Überblick.
I have little time for you, Doctor. You'll find out that it's not only the doctors who have things to do. Wait a minute. Where do you think you're going? Dr. Colden.
Mrs. Donovan.
Nobody goes into Dr. Fuller's office. But rest assured, I'll tell him you came by.
That won't be necessary. Thank you.
I will tell him, nonetheless.
Sieht auch böse aus, die Alte. Also ich komme nicht rein. Die muss irgendwie abgelenkt werden. Gut zu wissen, dass hier das Büro ist. Bin ich das oder was? Boiler room.
The door to the boiler room is locked.
Okay.
I have to get the key if I wish to get rid of Donovan.
Das muss der Hausmeister sein. Sieht so aus. Thomas Fuller.
Let's hope I can go through the administration office.
Ah, geht auch nicht. Zu.
The operating room is never accessible after an operation. This man, Edward Pierce, his file is incomplete. What did Fuller do to him?
Das ist also meine Akte, okay. Krankenakte von Edward Pierce. Die übliche Praxis wurde hier nicht befolgt.
The boiler room key is not in its place. Dr. Fuller always keeps his key with him.
Okay.
Dr. Colden, we need you at once in Dormitory B.
What is the problem?
Mr. Evans seems to be having trouble with his IV.
I'll see to it right away.
And the family of Mrs. Harding is asking to see her medical file.
I'll never understand why it's so hard to see patients' files around here.
Rules are rules. See, with Dr. Fuller, he's in charge. Anyhow, they're still waiting, and I don't think they'll leave until they get what they want.
Understood. Anything else?
As a matter of fact, yes. A man has been brought up from the basement.
Oh. What state is he in now?
You should go see for yourself, Doctor. Doctor, those people need you at the dormitory.
Would you know where the key to the boiler room is?
Betty didn't put it back in its place. Well, she took it to lock the door.
I'll ask her. Thank you.
Betty, okay.
But if I may say so, Doctor, I think that the problems of our patients are more urgent than the plumbing.
I'll tend to it. Don't worry.
Dr. Colden. Do you want something?
I don't get why they have us waiting so long. Almost no patients here.
Den kennen wir doch.
Ethan,
Marie,
what are you doing here?
I'm waiting for my medication, of course. Why?
Ja, das ist wahrscheinlich nur wegen ihr da.
Tell me your symptoms.
I have headaches. And I can't sleep.
Do you suffer from insomnia?
No. Look, I don't want you to laugh at me.
Ethan, if you don't trust me, then who?
I have nightmares. They keep me awake every night. It seems stupid, I know, but they're terrible.
Actually, you're not the only one.
No. No one has ever seen the things I see. It's like I'm turning mad.
With everything that happened to you these last days, it's no wonder you're feeling stressed.
Maybe.
Everyone on Darkwater is suffering from nightmares.
Really?
We don't have any medication left.
Oh, there's no excuse then. I should let you work.
Take care, Ethan.
You too, Marie.
Okay.
Where did my fiancé go? I hope those nutcases will stop burdening her with work.
The operating room is never accessible after an operation.
Ja, wo soll ich hingehen? Also, hä? Ich sollte doch hier irgendwo...
The door to the boiler room is locked. I have to get the key if I wish to get rid of Donovan.
No, you're pulling my leg. I'm not joking. I saw the schedule. She's alone in the back.
The doses prescribed by Fuller are far too high.
Aha.
Through again. And she still says nothing to that old witch, Donovan?
Oh, listen to the way you talk, you naughty girl. And the aunt
We've been
says
waiting to be
no.
restocked for
You
weeks.
can imagine that she doesn't dare say a thing. That silly goose lets herself be trodden on.
Oh well, at least we won't have to clean for a while.
And just wait and see the next time the water's cut off. It's a real show.
Doctor, please. My chest. Oh.
His perfusion of a semi-physiological solution doesn't seem to work. He's undergoing a ventricular fibrillation. Nurse? Deborah, come and help me, please. His potassium level is too high. Replace it with 2% glucose solution with insulin, calcium, and sodium bicarbonate.
I'll tend to it right away.
Thank you. He's in your hands. He broke his back in an accident down by the docks.
Ah, the whaling station. What's wrong with me?
What are you talking about?
Doctor, that you?
Yes, it's Dr. Colden. Tell me what happened.
It's the old whaling station. See?
What did you see there?
Nothing. Nothing at all. The floor was all rotten and I fell straight through.
And that's how you broke your back?
Perhaps. No idea. Passed out.
Aha.
I'll just sleep a bit more.
Er ist einfach ohnmächtig geworden. Wahrscheinlich waren es die Schmuggler.
Why did nobody tell me about her admission?
In der Akte wird der Zustand beschrieben, in dem Irene Sanders ins Riverside Institut eingeliefert wurde, sowie die verabreichten Behandlungen. Fuller fügte handschriftlich eine Notiz hinzu. Er empfiehlt sie, in den psychiatrischen Flügel zu verlegen, um ihr die Ruhe und Erholung zu geben, die sie benötigt.
Mrs. Sanders?
Das ist doch die, wo ich in dem Haus war mit der Galerie.
Intoxication from breathing organic vapors. She recently came back from the surgical block. She's stable. Given her file, a nephrectomy would have been inevitable. But Fuller was able to save her kidney.
Ah, der Schlüssel zum Heizungsraum. Sehr
The
schön.
key to the boiler room. All I have to do is shut off the water and hope Donovan takes the bait. Another insomniac. I should find the cause for such a widespread trouble.
Okay.
Gentlemen, may I help you?
We're waiting on news regarding our mother, Maureen Harding. She came in with a kidney problem, but we haven't heard anything since.
I've tended to her, and I have good news. Her blood analysis is reassuring. Her kidneys are as new.
Are you talking about the same person? This is miraculous.
She's still recovering, but you may speak to her upon her awakening.
Oh, thank you so much, Doctor. We'll wait for her to wake up. We've been here since this morning, so it won't make a difference.
Patients and hospital personnel eat the same food.
Oh nee.
I can't shut this with my bare hands. I need a tool.
Ach, toll. Okay. Ja. Muss ich noch ein Werkzeug finden hier.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays. What a pest. It's so unfair.
The answers must be hidden in Fuller's office. Hay fever. What's he doing here?
I'll just sleep a bit more.
Wo finde ich hier ein Werkzeug? Okay, im Behandlungszimmer ist auf jeden Fall noch nichts.
Doctor, those people need you at the dormitory.
I'll tend to it. Don't worry.
War ich doch schon.
The operating room is never accessible after an operation.
Mal schön im Kreis gelaufen.
Everybody says it.
Ja, ziemlich
She's
viel
a
hier.
witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up. And I'm the one who pays. What a pest. It's so unfair.
We're running out of this medicine.
I know, Doctor. We sent the purchase order, though, and Mrs. Donovan refused it.
Once again.
Can't you do anything?
Donovan takes her instructions directly from Dr. Fuller. I'm afraid I can do nothing about it for the moment.
Tja.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up.
Ah. Toilette. Ah, guck mal einen an. Auf dem Klo.
I feel guilty about Elizabeth, but I need the diversion.
So, Soll ich mit der jetzt nochmal quatschen oder wie ist das?
I have little time for you, Doctor. You'll find out that it's not only the doctors who have things to do.
Okay. Dann erst zu der anderen da mit dem Wasser. Ist ja nicht weit.
Dr. Colden, might there be a problem with the water?
I was about to mention it. It seems it's been cut off yet again.
I can't take this, Marie. I feel I'm gonna burst.
It's not your fault if we have defective plumbing.
And yet, I'm the one who gets punished because I'm gonna have to square off with that annoying old witch. Courage, Elizabeth. Here we go. And hold your tongue this time.
It's temperamental, if I understand correctly.
Mrs. Donovan?
I'm busy.
At last. The missing files must be hidden here.
Schnell, schnell, schnell.
Something is wrong with these masts. It's some sort of puzzle.
Aha, toll. Stimmt das? Nee.
Something is wrong with these masts. It's some sort of puzzle.
Ah, das auch noch. Die müssen doch alle in die gleiche Richtung schauen.
I've unlocked something.
Ha!
Patient
Sehr gut. Eine Walze.
files. I was right.
Okay. Okay, zu.
I should go another way.
So, jetzt brauche ich noch dieses Ding hier. Oh. Ach, immer noch nicht fertig. Oh, okay, nochmal rein. Aber ich geht das nicht in die Hose, ey. Hier, Grammophon.
Conclusions. Session number 17. Patient? Sarah Hawkins. The patient appears to have finally accepted the illusory nature of what she calls the mythos. It goes without saying that these peculiar delusions are the price that comes with her exceptional gifts.
Why does Dr. Fuller write psychological reports about Sarah Hawkins?
At first, I presumed that her blood was the key. But I found nothing to explain Mrs. Hawkins' abilities.
The poor souls downstairs are not Fuller's only subjects.
Then James came, irate that Charles was keeping secrets from him. I presume that he will try to break into the basement sooner or later. I am prepared.
Hawkins, Fitzroy, and Fuller. What is the connection between these three?
It is fortunate that I had the presence of mind to set the morgue in the basement. When all the fuss about the Hawkins incident finally comes to an end, I will dispose of her belongings. In the meantime, they must remain hidden in plain sight.
Of course. Sarah Hawkins is the connection.
Den Schuh, den haben wir doch auch in der Villa gefunden.
I must go back to the basement.
So, Leute. Die will jetzt zurückgehen in den Keller, in die Leichenhalle wahrscheinlich oder so. Ich werde das Ganze jetzt beenden, weil wir haben jetzt schon 40 Minuten wieder. Es bleibt spannend, also ich frage mich, was der Doktor mit der ganzen Sache zu tun hat. Und diese alte Kapitän und diese Sarah Hawkins. Irgendwas stimmt hier nicht. Jo. Auf jeden Fall, das werden wir dann im nächsten Teil hoffentlich rausfinden. Wir sehen uns dann. Auf Wiedersehen.